Order for Mikishi, Miyaki, Maskai. Realizing I was the only Asian person around, the meat clerk stares dead right in my face and says, "Hey, you, it's Masaki." Kind of racist, but okay, I think to myself after I correct the pronunciation of my name. And where do they get these other letters from? A Scrabble bag? And why is this person chuckling? Did I miss a joke? Irony spilling from the same lips that butchered my name. Apologies without understanding. At this point, I'm used to it. My name is a fat that holds the flavor of my homeland, but still, too much umami for this country's taste. So when it's being chopped down by a meat cleaver mouth, I correct them because my name, it's a proud wave of a tattered flag. My name, Masaki Takahashi, means high bridge, flourishing tree. It is the map my mother gave me to always guide my way home, the sole gift left behind by my father. So each mispronunciation strikes like a match, burning bridges, igniting forest fires. My name is all I carried with me, crossing oceans at the age of 4. Misplaced and unwanted, it is the only piece of me that I dare to own. So even on the days I wish to blend in, I never wanted to disappear. I could never seem to allow myself to fold or flatten my edges or break my bridge into two. Never could I allow anyone to reduce me down to a mark. At school, my name had made me a target. The playground turned into a kill cage. Bullies circling like vultures, mocking my name, chasing me off the swing. So I had to learn how to swing. Busted lip, black eye, swollen fist. I have bled for this name. And this name has been passed over from job after job, assuming I only spoke a language my father wasn't there to teach, all because people found my name too hard to pronounce. You'd be more successful if you change your name, they said. But my name is a tree that bends but does not break. Its roots anchor deep into the soil of my past. Even without a shadow of a father, it reaches upward for the sky of tomorrow. A name that blooms like a cherry blossom for my son to witness as petals unfolding with quiet strength. So when they say a name does not define a person, mine has given me definition. My name is Masaki Takahashi. 我名字叫高桥真树. It is the bridge that always carries me back home. So even when clumsy hands devour my culture, this name is all I have after the slaughter. This name that refuses to bleed out. There'll be no sliced syllables today because my name is the one that my mother gave me. It's a family recipe, perfected through generations, and it's a flavor much too bold for anyone to just butcher my name. Thank you very much. My name's Masaki, M-A-S-A-K-I. I included some pictures to help you remember. Ma, what you call your mom. Sa, what you cut wood with. And Ki, what you open doors with. My name is Japanese from my father. My mother is Taiwanese and translates in Chinese Mandarin, Gao Chao Zhen Su. We're not going to get into that today, but what we will get into is this. Do you see that boy right there? That is me. Always been adorable, always been fly. That's something that I know for sure. And that there with me is my ESL teacher from kindergarten, Mrs. Good. And Mrs. Good learned my name. She said my name. She never once asked me to change it or shorten it to make it more convenient for her. She said it. And I believe that foundation is the reason why I am here today as Masaki Takahashi. I was bullied for having my name. It got so bad, my aunt actually said to me, "You should change your name to Kevin," because she loved the movie Home Alone. It got so bad, and I felt people were so deaf to it, that in first grade we were introduced to this book called Tiki Tiki Tembo. I hate this book. It was written by a white lady in the 1960s. And in that book, she said Tiki Tiki Tembo was a name in Chinese that meant the most beautiful thing in the world. Rather, it just pushed a narrative that Asians' names were just nonsensical syllables put together. Horrible book. And these are things that I had to face. Identity erosion and microaggression. Identity erosion in which I started to feel disconnected from my culture, that I felt shame for my name that was given to me. A microaggression that I felt and experienced was people saying, could you shorten your 3-syllable name? Can you have a different name to make it easier for us? Make your identity different for my convenience. And I'll give you a couple of examples of celebrities who have changed their names to have opportunities. Kal Penn Modi, who you may know as Kal Penn, starred in Harold and Kumar. Got more acting roles after changing their name. Chloe Wong, who you may know as Chloe Bennett from Interior Chinatown, changed her name and got more auditions. Peter Gene Hernandez was advised to change his name into Bruno Mars, so he does not get pigeonholed into Latin music. And this is backed up by research, right? The name pronunciation effects study done at NYU showed there's a direct correlation of being perceived more likable, trustworthy, and intelligent if you had a name that was simple, a name that they could remember easily. A study done at University of Chicago and MIT, they sent out identical resumes. The white-sounding names got more callbacks. There's pressures of changing our name. But one of the things that I felt sometimes, not mispronunciation, was sometimes people just didn't use my name because they were so scared of mispronouncing it. And this was the worst of all. And if I could have you remember one thing, there's one takeaway that I could have, is that something doesn't exist if it doesn't have a name. Depression would not be a clinical diagnosis without its name. The metaverse would not be a concept you understand without its name, right? It does not exist. But I'm not going to go all through all that and just bash you for this, but I am going to give you some tips to be like me. Be suave. Be suave. I got the acronym from Jim Quick, but I got that move from James Brown. I want you to say it, use it, ask, visualize, and end, right? So say it. If I introduce myself, you could go, hey, nice to meet you, Masaki. Use it in the conversation. You may want to say that name within the conversation. Oh, that's really interesting, Masaki. Or you could even ask if you forget. Or you can even ask the origins of the name. You can ask them to spell it out. And you could visualize it, right? I gave you all pictures. Maybe you want to write it down. I think it's okay to write down a name. If you have your phone, maybe you type it in there. At the end of the conversation, you can end the conversation saying, bye, Masaki. And that is a great way to remember somebody's names. And I think that will create connection. A name, there's so much history and complexity to a person's name. It's not about making a mistake in pronunciation. It's about respect. It's about the grace that we give each other to learn and to teach. It's okay to make mistakes when you are learning somebody's name. You are learning. And I want to give you grace as I teach it to you. If you ever felt as though you felt disconnected from your name and you had to reshape it, I urge you. Your name's still there for you. You can reclaim it. You deserve that space. You deserve to be seen as what your name is, exactly as it is. And I leave you with this. Your name is the sweetest sound anybody can hear. My name is Masaki Takahashi. Thank you very much.